You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough.
Hi YouTube! So, I'm pretty sure that all of you have seen the video that I posted on Wednesday. But for those of you who haven't, I am pregnant. I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone again for all of the really sweet comments that you all have been leaving me on my last video congratulating Neil and I. It means so much. And yeah, thank you so much for taking time out, to watch the video and then to leave me such sweet comments and messages. And yeah, just I don't know what to say except thank you so much. I just really can't tell you guys how amazing and thoughtful that was, and how wonderful it's been to read every single person's comment. And I tried to respond back to every single person who sent me a comment because I really appreciate each and every one that much. It means a lot. And I even showed them to Neil, and he was just amazed at, how many people were so happy for us. So thank you guys. I'm very emotional lately and I'm trying not to cry. So I'm going to stop talking about it because you guys seriously were making me tear up with a lot of your comments. So okay. Thank you. Okay, so I know I said that I would post the videos that I filmed in the past weeks, but I can't find them. I was looking for them on my computer because I thought that's where I saved them, but I don't see any of them. So I'm going to have to recheck my camcorder to see if the one I made at 4 weeks is still on there. But if it's not, then I don't have it because, yeah, they're not on my computer for some reason. So, but I don't think I would have deleted that one off the camcorder yet. So, I did just record the heartbeat on the Doppler. I didn't get awesome video of it because trying to do the Doppler and hold in the exact right position at the exact right angle and hold the camera at the same time was a little bit hard, and I kept losing the heartbeat while every time I'd move the camera, I'd move the Doppler or the probe by accident, and so I kept moving and I kept losing the heartbeat, and so I'd find it again and then get the camera, and it was just a big old mess. So I will try to salvage some of it if I can, and if I can, I will place it in this video. I just spit everywhere. But yeah, and yeah, because it kept getting my pulse with the baby's heartbeat. It kept I don't know, the Doppler where the LCD screen where it shows you how fast the heartbeat's going, it kept going from 130 something to 185 to 170 to, it was just all over the place. But normally when I'm not trying to record at the same time, the heartbeat usually is between between mid 170s and 180. So that's where it usually is. So yeah, fast heartbeat. It's awesome. And I don't know what to say because I'm so excited, and yeah. So I'll just recap the other weeks really fast. Week 4 I was in Vegas. You guys saw that. We shared the news with our friends Connie and Abel because I figured that they were going to notice I wasn't drinking all weekend. And yeah, plus at first, that video I took of telling them was in the evening of our first day there, and during the whole day that we were there prior to that, we had been ordering drinks for Neil and I, but whenever they weren't looking, Neil was drinking both, and he was just getting trashed because he was having to do that, and man was he sick the next day. But poor Neil. So that's why we were like, okay, let's just tell them because we can't do this the whole weekend, and besides, they're gonna notice at some point that I'm not drinking. So instead of them just, noticing and then going, are you guys pregnant or something, we just decided it would be way more fun to just tell them and do it in a fun way and get it on video. Week 5 was awesome. Week 6, I was super nauseous. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, I feel like I'm going to keel over. I was really at like an 8 or 9. But at the same time, I can't say that I was upset about it. I really, really wasn't. I felt awful, but I was happy to feel that way because, you know, I've wanted this for so long, and I don't know, I just couldn't be upset that my little one was making me nauseous. I just couldn't. Had my head in the bowl, but I was super happy about it. At one point, I was so full of emotions, I just started crying and had my head over the trash can, and I'm crying, and Neil's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm so happy." But yeah, I actually didn't physically throw up. I was just heaving, like dry heaving. I was going through all the motions of throwing up, and nothing was actually coming out, which sucked because when you feel like you want to throw up, you need to throw up because that's what gives you relief. And I wasn't getting any relief. And muscles were hurting because I kept heaving like non-stop for a whole week that it just, oh my gosh, my stomach hurt. Like up in this area. Like, oh my gosh, it was crazy. But I was so happy about it. Week 7, it eased up, and I did not like that. Because I was like, oh my gosh, is everything okay? And week 7, I had an appointment, my first appointment, but they did not let me hear the heartbeat, or they didn't do an ultrasound because they said they don't like to do either of those in the first trimester. I was so upset about it because I had made myself sick, nervous that day. Are we going to hear it? Are we going to hear it? Is the baby going to be okay? And then they didn't let me hear it. So I was so upset. We got in the car that Neil said that I could get a Doppler. So I rented one from heartbeatsathome.com. I will post the link below. Awesome Doppler. I received it when I was 7 weeks and 6 days. I tried it out that day and I couldn't hear anything, but the very next day, the day I turned 8 weeks, we heard the heartbeat. It was amazing. It was amazing. I love that Doppler. So yeah, it was $26 for 1 month. And it's cheaper if you do more months. But yeah, Heartbeats at Home. We only borrowed it for 10 days and then we returned it because we wanted to buy one. So we bought the Pocket Fetal Doppler. And I got that when I was almost 8 weeks. No, I lie. I was almost 9 weeks when I got that Doppler. And yeah, of course I heard the heartbeat right away and it was amazing. And then we had our appointment at 10 weeks and 4 days. And yeah. That appointment was amazing. I loved that appointment. I'm probably going to have to make 2 parts of this video, but let me try to get through this appointment. So, at 7-week appointment, I was crazy nervous because I hadn't heard the heartbeat yet, and I didn't know if everything was okay. This time, I wasn't nervous that baby was going to be okay because I'd heard the heartbeat every single day since I got my Doppler. But I was nervous about getting a pap smear. I was very nervous about the speculum because they told me I was going to get a pap smear at my next appointment. So yeah, I was crazy nervous about the speculum thing. But I got lucky, and because I had gone to that infertility specialist, which was at the same clinic, she was like, when was the last date of your pap smear? And I was like, it was like 10 weeks ago. And she was like, oh, okay, well, let me go get those results and make sure that they're still, make sure that they're current and that you did get it 10 weeks ago. And let me make sure everything is okay. And if there's nothing wrong with your pap smear, then you really don't need another one right now. So she went and checked. She came back and said that my pap smear was still good. It was still in the time frame of being good, and it was perfect. There was nothing wrong with my pap smear. So she's like, you do not have to get another one. Yes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do part 2 now.
You got a friend in me.